Okay, then so this next session is a little bit different. Obviously we've got the chair involved. It's basically designed for a range of people really. If you're more of an elderly participant and you need the assistance of a chair, or if you're recovering from an injury and you just want to get your confidence back up from not exercising for a while, whatever, this is a good set of moves to do. So first of all, obviously just starting off, as we often do in my videos, a little bit of shoulder circle just to mobilise the upper back, and of course the ball and socket joints. Just breathing in, blowing out, breathing in and blowing out. Just an opener of the chest. Just lift your hands in front with your arms straight, flex your hands back, open up that chest there, breathe in, and then bring your fingertips in front of your chest there. Just stretch out the upper back, hold, 3, 2 and 1, and then from there we'll take it into a little bit of lateral flexion. So we're just going to slowly take one hand at a time down to our right, and then just reaching down to your other side, just feeling a good stretch on the side of the obliques here. It's just a couple more, blowing out and breathing in, blowing out and breathing in, and then just giving a bit of stretch into your hips, which might be a little bit tight. Just maybe have one ankle crossed over your thigh, grab your knee and grab your foot, pull towards you, and that will send a good stretch on the outside of your glute there. Push it over and to your right a bit, and then just switch over. So right ankle crossed over left thigh, grab your right foot and right knee, pull up, and then push to your left a bit. Deep stretch in the right glute zone. So hold, and then just release. Warm up those arms. Just a little bit of rotation, nice straight arms, a little bit of lowering and lifting, and then a bit of reverse circle, and then into our slice, lift, arms in front straight, lift, apart, elbows are bent, and just taking it into a bit of shoulder press, warming up the upper back now, ready to give that a bit of a stretch in 3, 2, 1. So hands behind the back of the head, in through the nose, just rotate your upper body around to one side at a time. Stretch that shoulder blade. So as you turn to your left, you'll feel it on your left blade. Nice and slow, turning it around to your right now. Just feel that in the right shoulder blade also. And then back to the middle. So we'll just warm up the back of the arms. First of all, I'm going to turn my chair around. So just a little bit of warm up into the back of these arms. Just have your feet walking out in front flat, a bit of a gap between your knees, about a fist distance there, and good overhand grip of your chair. Blow out, suck in the abdominal core, and then blow it out again. Just try and take those elbows as deep as you can, to about 90 degrees if possible. Just enough bend in the elbows to get some contraction down the back of your arms here, okay? So blowing out and breathing in and breathing in. Try and get 8 of these, 8 to 10 if possible. So I'll do a couple more, breathing in, one more, and then breathing in, and then sit down. Okay, so good way to warm up the back of your arms there. And as I said at the start, obviously using the chair is an alternative way to all the other Pilates videos I've done. Okay, so now we come into a different move. We're just going to have a little bit of a warm up on the outside of the glute. So just draw your shoulders back, breathe in, exhale out, abdominals nice and tight. Just grab the chair with your left hand, right foot slightly apart from your left, either holding onto your right hip with your right hand, or just keeping that right arm locked out to the right. We're just going to go for some controlled abduction of the right thigh out to the right. Just go as high as you can. Tap the floor if you like, or keep it off for a little bit of a challenge. Blowing out and breathing in. One more. That's a good start on the outside of your right thigh. Now we're going to target the right gluteus. So for this one, again, just keep a hold of your chair with your left hand. Draw the shoulders back, core sucked in, and from there we just bend the right knee and we lift the left foot slightly off the ground, and from there, folks, just try and take it into a nice deep bend of that right knee, So you're applying all your body weight onto the sole of your right foot and your right heel, okay? And you'll very quickly begin to feel some build-up of lactic into that right glute zone. So then slowing that down, we'll now come into the right hamstring. So keep that core sucked in, nice and tight. Extend your right arm straight above your right shoulder. Try and lift the left knee now up to hip height. Just have a little bit of pulse up and down with that left knee first. A little bit of a challenge for your left thigh. Pause that, and then breathing in, just bend the right knee as much as you can. Extend forwards from the hips and straighten that right arm and that left leg behind you there. So we're starting to warm up the back of the thigh here, the hamstring. So you're not going to fall over because you've got a good hold of that chair with your left hand. It's not cheating, it's just a way of getting used to balance. If you're not used to balance, or you're just working your way back to exercise, and that will keep your muscles and the thighs ticking over nicely there, okay? So this time, just turning this around again. We're going to go wide with the feet and the legs, so your feet are sticking out diagonally, core sucked in. Just grab your chair and take those knees into a nice deep bend again. So we're working the inner thighs, but we're holding onto the chair obviously. So just do what you can. If you feel you don't need the chair, by all means, just have your hands in front, or even just take it into a separation of the arms, which are nice and straight. Or if you need to, keep a hold of that chair there, all right? So from there, we slow it down. I'm just going to move my chair to the left a bit, and this time, I'm going to start with holding onto the chair with the left hand. I'm going to put my knees into a deep bend, extend the right arm to the right, and then work on that right waistline oblique, blowing out just at a steady tempo. We're just edging the body over to our left with the right hand above the head there. So just feel that contraction coming in to that right waistline oblique. Inner thighs working hard also, but you've got the support of the chair for your balance and control. Blowing out and breathing in. One more. Blowing out and breathing in, and recover there, okay? So from there, we'll just maybe bring chair back in front of us, and you can just obviously take it into the basic squat as well, folks, if you prefer. Just keeping the feet facing forwards, and that way you're just coming into a deep sit in your glutes there. So you're just really sticking that bum out behind, sitting on the heels of your feet there, getting into your quads, hamstrings, core and glutes. Okay, so that's another one that you can do. So from there, we'll now come back to the abduction on the left leg. So feet together flat, shoulders draw back, core sucked in, left hand on your left hip, or if you can, left arm out the left. And then when you're ready, just gradually build up that left leg abduction, okay? So you're gradually getting higher perhaps, or if you can only go a little bit, that's absolutely fine, all right? Just do what's all right for you. If you want to go with a bit of tempo, you can do just like this. A little bit of overload going on. It comes in very quickly actually, so I think I'll slow it down then, and I'll shake my thighs off. Ready for the next one, the standing glute pulse. So we have, let's see, we have a left, turn this back around the other way. So we're going to have left foot flat, core sucked in, just bend your left knee this time, folks, leaning forwards a little bit, right foot slightly off the ground, and then just taking this into a deep sit of your left knee. So you're just hitting all that body weight onto the left heel of your foot here, blowing out and breathing in. Now we come into the single leg extension with our hamstrings. So I'm going to turn this around again, and I'm going to lift my right knee up to hip height, keeping my right hand on the chair, core sucked in, folks. And then if you can, just Just don't hit the couch behind you. All right, we're gonna go. Try that again. A little bit of pulse with your right thigh up and down. Pause that, and then bending your left knee. Just extend behind you there. So really good contraction going on in the back of the thigh now. Breathing in and blowing out. And eventually, you might feel like you're ready to try without the chair. You might be able to go with 2 arms in front and lifting that knee up to hip height, and then in front again. Blowing out and breathing in. But don't worry if you need to keep holding on to the chair, it's absolutely fine. That's what it's all about, working at your own level. Okay, so now we come back to the other side of the waistline here. We're going to go with a wide stance, your feet sticking out, your core sucked in, abdominals in tight. Stick your left arm out to the left, folks, and then just begin to edge over to your right hand side there. Blowing out and breathing in. Work on that left side, remember, just working into the left oblique, which keeps your abdominal core stable. Blowing out and breathing in. One more time, blowing out and breathing in. Okay, so just have a little shake off from there. Obviously the chair is there for another good reason, for the spine roll down. So if you get lightheaded from taking your head towards the floor, then you've always got the security of the chair to hold on to if you feel like you're going to faint or you're just a bit dizzy, okay? So for example, if you just have that chair alongside you as backup, have your chin tucked in, knees are soft, just breathe in and then begin to slide your hands gradually down your thighs, all the way down your shins towards your ankles. Pause, just let the head hang loose. Breathe in, just begin to roll back up nice and slow. So if you need to grab the chair at any point, that's what it's there for. Just feel free to use that for a bit of leverage there. We'll go one more, blow it out, all the way down, and then breathing in, rolling back up nice and steady with the chair if you need it there. Okay, so another good one to do with the chair assistance is just to stretch off your quads and glutes. So just grab your right foot with your right hand, draw the thighs together with your right knee bent. We bend the left knee a little bit, leaning forward a tad, and that's going to stretch the front part of your right thigh, right quadricep. And then, as we did on the chair before, we did the glutes right at the start. We'll do it again now, but this time standing, just crossing your right ankle over your left thigh, not on top of the knee, folks, just across the muscle, and that sends your right glute into a deep stretch. Okay, so again, these are stretches if you can't get on the floor. If that's not possible for you, you're just going to do another one now. You're going to bend your left knee, keeping the right leg straight, just getting down the back of that thigh and grabbing your toes or your ankle, shin, if you can there, okay? So just repeat on the other side. We'll do the triceps whilst we're here also. Just stick a hand behind the back of your head and then push that elbow down, stretch the back of that arm there. Okay, and then release, changing sides, just a little stretch for those triceps that we did at the start. And then the other side of the lower body. So again, just grab the chair with your right hand, left hand onto your left foot, thighs together, bending your left knee, leaning forward a little bit of bend into your right knee as well, folks. Maximize that stretch in the front of your thigh. Then just take care carefully. You need to say cross your left ankle over your right thigh, bend your right knee, send that left glute into a deep stretch. Okay, and then just one more. Again, so if you're not capable of getting on the floor, you can do this hamstring stretch in this position here, grabbing your shin if you need to, if you can rather. And then yeah, just maybe finish off with a bit of hip rotation, just holding onto the chair, a little bit of rotation, good for that lower back. And then just a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Shake your feet off, okay? So that's really good. A little routine if you're not capable of getting on the floor, if you've got arthritis or whatever, where you're just working your way back up to fitness, give this session a go. Okay, well done, thanks.